Oh, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Beth, what's good, man? How we all doing? Back in Sagallo. Made a few changes. Last night after the last stream to this here. This is the Sagallo City Hall, something along those lines. It's probably more than just that. It's probably shares office space with some other things, come to think of it, just because of how massive it is compared to the federal capital. This is just a city capital, so maybe the city hall is just the top, 10 stories, something like that. Black Fox, what's up? How you doing, man? Good to see ya. So the last thing we were working on was this rim to it, which I have left. It's still the same thing where it's got this glowing network, but I changed the shape of it. So Simon, wow, we got everyone here. How you doing? Oh my God, Simon, check this out. Look at that. So this was like a lot of what we were working on last stream, was these massive stairs. I added this center railing. I added some lights, and I added, I don't know what this is, just a little part that protrudes. So this thing's looking pretty done. I also added in this little building down here with some doors, and same over here, some doors. Probably have to detail the top of this. Cityscapes, everyone's here. What's up, guys? So there's a couple things we can work on. I kind of had a preference because there was one thing that sounded more fun than the others. But so one thing is detailing the top of this with, I don't know what, maybe just trees. Probably a pretty quick job. And then also figuring out this will probably be some sort of plaza, and it'll probably have some pedestrian paths, one that goes this way and one that goes this way, be my guess. So that's thing one. Thing two is the air hangar, which I'm circling. Is it really dark? Maybe my screen is really dark. My screen's really dark. That's actually, give me 1 second. I forgot I turned the brightness way down. It's so strange. I have two, like, quote unquote identical monitors, but they do not even look close to identical. I'm constantly having to change them to try and get them to match. Like, sometimes they look right, and when it's daytime, and then it becomes nighttime, and one's way brighter. It's bizarre. So this down here, whoa, I guess we're auto-saving. I'm thinking the air hangar will be somewhere in here. Either the functional part of the build will be underneath this building, or the air hangar will be more like in this space, and this will be sort of like a complex in this spot. And then the third thing to work on, which I thought would be the most fun, is the monorail station. Game looks beautiful. Your PC must be amazing. I do have a pretty good PC, that's for sure, but the graphics settings don't really make it so that it can or can't run on a good computer. It's more the stuff you're trying to do in the game and the amount of things you're trying to have on a map. So I guess let's do this monorail station. It sounds fun. I'm recording, perfect. You can definitely do a lot more things on the PC. Why don't we pause that guy right there? That'll be great. Actually, you know what? I think maybe it should be, we should have this station, I mean, it's gonna have to be straight. And I guess we are gonna have to have some sort of building here in order to have the monorail station like actually attached to a road, which it needs to be, obviously. Something like that. Grab the monorail. I'm gonna use the monorail with road. I think that's actually the wide road, that's why. Shouldn't do that. So this is gonna have to be a whole terrain thing here. Looks like. It's fine. Probably gonna have to change at least this side of the track a bit. This will be okay. I saw some crazy trick that a chorus posted. It was like, you do this, and then you delete this, and then you undo. No, that's not how it works. Wait, is it how it works? No, there's no way. Here's the node. Yeah, no. I wonder how I did that. We get a closer look at the monorail vehicle? Yeah, sure thing. Give me 1 sec. It's new. It's brand new. It's not been released yet or fully tested. That's kind of why we're using it, just to make sure everything's good with it. We also have to make a track for it. The model of the monorail itself might have to change depending on the new track. It's off the line here, so ignore that part of it. But it lights up. It says Sagallo right there. Pretty cool. Let me hook up this line so we can see it like actually on the track. Yeah, it looks great. Mesh D made it. Skib asked him to. Oh, something like that. Yes, not exactly. Nodes, and slope them. Cool. So this is gonna have to be on. This is gonna have to be like totally covered in something. Here's the monorail guy. Whoa, that was weird what happened with the track there. Monorail. The Sagallo. Love seeing these flying things. It's so sick. I mean, the track obviously needs to be like cleared of trees and stuff. I literally just placed this down. We got that build back there. Very scenic. This is why the monorail is great. It's going to be so good for train rides. Does it have a custom sound? I can't hear it. Only you guys can hear the game sounds right now. I don't know how to fix that. Love it. Look at that. Alright, enough of that. Add a stop. Wait, why is that line white? Oh, because the vehicle is white. Makes sense. Booster, what up? How are ya? Good to see ya. This is just gonna have its own little water over here, I think, is what I'm gonna do. Eventually I'm gonna have to make a sort of water plant. But for the time being, placing utilities around the city. Finish up school for the week, so no more work till Monday. Oh, I love the feeling. Not a nice feeling. Electricity, guys. This is gonna have to get rotated. Both of these are. All of this is. Alright, so we're gonna have to figure out something cool to do with this whole little complex down here. I'm thinking, wait, let's take a look at the district. So I can't obviously leave this district that I'm in, the City Hall district, or get really close to the edge at all. So this station needs to end like right here, basically. And then things can happen in this direction. You know, it's not a terribly ugly, vanilla building, all things considered. The game sounds, you haven't heard them in a long time. You know, I started turning them on for the streams. I don't know why, but it is kind of maybe nice hearing like the clicks. I don't know. Get a sense of what I'm doing a little bit better. So my thought here is like have some sort of, maybe I should start with some paths. Have some sort of upper piece element here. And the station is like below. Like maybe it's sort of a mall. Line to object height. Needs to be back out. Like that. Something similar on this side. Love these paths, they're so good. Only exception is when you're trying to use them at ground level, and they're not good. But for elevated paths, they're like amazing. They're so perfect. They're better than the invisible paths because you can just bury them like one little tiny thing underneath something, and they're basically an invisible path. But you can also see them, like you can. They're so good. All right, and then maybe some sort of like decking. Do I not have that pack? Yeah, I don't. Good railing as well. Yes, it is a great railing. I'm trying to like get a sense of how this is gonna work. Maybe I'm just trying to figure out what to even start with here. What the next step is. Like, I do feel like a glass roof would be good. I was thinking that for a while. Something like... Whoa. How do you get those little things that say used/unused? This is Find It 2. So if you're not using Find It 2, there's a ton of features with that. So I think that's the only thing, is I'm just using the Find It 2. I wish this was like slightly more modern looking. This glass, I mean. Not terrible. I don't know, maybe like this piece? Maybe these pieces? Maybe I should figure out what's going to go on the sides first, because I'm sort of imagining that this is almost like a mall, like with stores on either side. Why don't I get that going before I start filling this gap in? You don't know if you've seen this, but you added more increments to the render distance global multiplier. Not sure if it's in this beta though. Nice, that's awesome. Hey, Simon, I've been having a problem. Like, check this out. I'm here. Say I want to rotate it. I just typed 90, but instead it went to 9.0, and then I gotta go back and type a 0. And there's like a bunch of times where, like, if I... Like... I don't know, it's just like doing things that I'm not typing. I'm wondering if there's... If that's something you know about. Like, it has like weird behavior with this rotation thing. Like, always rotating in ways that I'm not telling it to. Okay. So maybe let's look at some other buildings here. Some like glass buildings. The rotations you see are not actually how Unity works them out. Yeah, I've played with Unity enough to remember that the rotations in Unity are super weird, and not fun to deal with. You remember that? That makes sense. Maybe these Marco Knock buildings be cool. Like, sort of just like the top level of them. Top 2 levels of them. Maybe with some sort of store front. I did just use this building a bunch, but I'll use it again. I need to subscribe to more things. So many sushi shops in Sagallo. So something like that, perhaps. Coffee. All right. So basically I was imagining that there's like at least through some part of this, maybe up until about here, there's kind of a walkway over the top of this metro line, or this monorail line, and you can like see down into it. That was my thought. Like kind of like a mall almost. But I'm kind of struggling on the best way to accomplish this. Or make it look cool. Or conceptualize it. Selected, let's go like 20. 17. Maybe to about here. Simon, the new picker that you added with the layers is incredible. It's like I'm like so mad at myself for being, I mean, there's no way I could have done it obviously, but it's like so frustrating because Mars is now like crazy unorganized compared to what it could be with all the new layers and features and things. What the heck just happened? Align to object height. When that not? Cool. And then this one just needs to get redone actually. Ba-ba-ba. Ah. And there's gonna have to be buildings on this side too, to cover up this inevitable road. This is like gonna be a whole thing actually. There's a whole thing. So I'm just clearing out some trees around here. And then I guess I'm just gonna copy and paste this building a bunch of times and just see how that looks. There might be a better solution, that building. Like I did a really cool thing in Mars recently, copying and pasting those really basic, they're from the workshop, but they're like one of the most common office buildings, like 3 stories tall. Man, so the track goes up. We're gonna have to lower it. This whole section, keep it the same height. That basically. And oh. Cool, I guess. Fine. So I'm talking about this building. I almost wish I had an export of this from Mars. It was like so well done. So basically I did like this, just took this section. I don't know if this is the move though, to be honest. There's like a bunch of this. I believe this whole circle thing on top I did something with. I like got rid of it. Like, I selected too much back there. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's going to be the move either, to be honest. These two buildings don't really look great together. I'm gonna just move all of this out of here now. And this. Okay. So we do need this to somehow, this path to connect the monorail. Why don't I just get this somewhat functioning a little bit, at least, or prepared to be functioning. I know what I need to cover up. So we need a park gate, main gate, the small main gate. And I'll put this there. And go. I think maybe I'll have to do the same thing on the other side so that all the people don't go on this one route. Ridiculous path. There we go. Yeah, let me do the same thing over here. Oh, will be a side gate. I really like this song. It's kind of like out of left field for Sagallo, but I don't know, maybe it works. I really like it. One of the first things Templin said about this was the breakup of like the majority of the nationalities of people who came on the Earhart flotilla. He was saying it was like a big portion people from Africa. So I was browsing through epidemic music, thinking, you know, maybe some African music. Sagallo. A little wacky, but I like it. Cool. So let's take this, go way down with it. And then I'm gonna have like the main portion of this build, like the functional portion, I guess, be underneath this whole thing. Oh, make sure these are all the same height. And this actually needs to be a one-way road. We'll do a little loop. Seascape, you having a problem with the rotate as well? Oh, but I don't know about that issue that you're having. It's an odd one. For sure. Okay, there's our loop. You always got to have a loop in these builds. What else you get? Unwanted traffic outside of the like in the air out here. Doing with that. I think this will be cool. It's like this whole build will be built up around the line, and the line will go through the build. It'll be fun to ride on. So maybe it does make the most sense to have the hangar here. Like you kind of fly vroom, right in there. Do that. Here's my hangar. Too high. Simon, I know this is a pipe dream, but oh my god, if you could do the gizmo on the entire group, like for move, scale, and you could rotate, and you could do all those on the whole group at once, that'd be so cool. You could do some really, really crazy stuff. You could do that. Like, the ultimate goal is to merge the selection mode and the generate tool. That's cool. That's very cool. I like that idea. That would do it. That would just about do it, huh? Yeah, that would be really cool. Cause like I'm imagining, like, let's say I wanted to make for example, let's just say I'm making like a disaster scene, like a post-apocalyptic, like downtown, and like I wanted to build like a collapsed skyscraper or something like that. You know, you could make a you would have to, if you wanted the whole skyscraper to be rotated just a little bit, you'd have to start from the very beginning with every single little piece that you're placing being rotated the same way. Versus if you had that gizmo on the whole entire group, you could build the whole thing straight and then like rotate the whole build together. I think this hangar should match the curve. Line rotations works for groups, but does that work for like, because if you were to take a whole skyscraper and rotate it, it's not just aligning rotations. You have to, there has to be positional movements. Like if you're rotating it from the bottom, like the top of the skyscraper is going to move like 50 meters or whatever, you know? It's not just rotations. If you align rotation of a group to another object, it moves them as a whole, not one individually. Oh, crazy. I didn't know that. Very cool. I have to try that out. It still needs to be rotated a little. Something like that. So this will fly in and out of here, obviously. On elevated mode. Probably switch the direction of the loop there. That basically, and then I need to figure out where the heck these even go to. So this one goes to there, but then it also goes underneath this one. Pedro followed. What up, buddy? What about here? And connect this to there. And then I need the inbound ones too. I'm probably gonna have to make a slightly more complicated road network one day, rather than just one loop around the whole island. So, something like that. Straighten though. All this, oops, all this be sloped. And then it also needs an entrance from the side. Where's it? Where's a node? No nodes. Okay. I guess let's go underneath all of this. Alrighty, cool. Now all this can get upgraded to the no sidewalk version. Invisible roads with the planes is genius. You like that? It's really fun. It's hard to see what you're doing, but I think this new Ron mod will help, because I'm thinking that you can use it to just replace the entire map back and forth and back and forth. So like you can switch it from invisible to non-invisible, and you can like mess with the network and then switch it back. I was thinking that might be cool. Yeah, it is really satisfying. It's so fun watching the little planes drive around and stuff. It'd be cool if they had custom sounds instead of truck noises when you zoomed in on them, but it's okay. Alrighty. Ron scares you. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of like an intense thing to be doing all the time. But as long as you're doing it on like a map that you already have saved, I can't imagine it's that big of a deal. Yeah. I mean, I think this city, it might be better at dealing with something like that, just because the only place that it only connects like this. There's not like mega intersections where like things are crossing into other things, and I feel like that here it's just an entire network of one type of road. Like everything is one type of road. It's not intersecting with other types that it's not replacing. I feel like This might be a good scenario for it to work. I don't know. All right, let's draw some people out here and just make sure everything's working. I need... I'll probably move these elsewhere, but I'm just gonna put them here for now. And then I need health. Definitely death. I'm just gonna be nice and put a child care and an elderly care just for them. Need a police cube. Put a elementary cube. And hopefully people will start flocking here. Sagallo seems pretty lightweight, but all the PO stuff could escalate quickly to 1 hour load time. I mean, yeah, it is a lot of PO stuff, but it's a spread out city for the most part. There's a lot of like empty space between builds where it's just like some trees, you know? So yeah, it doesn't have all that much going on. There's extremely few assets. Like I think our asset collection's only like 250 workshop items or something. Most of it's just being created with a few custom assets. These hangar doors that Lumoy's made, some of the stuff that Duya made. What's up with this? I feel like this song's a little obnoxious. Maybe I should remove this one from the playlist. So this build like has to be white for sure. Match that. It has to match that to some extent. Forgot about that. Let's maybe kind of use more of these Lumoy's towers. The base. So here's what I'm thinking, like something like this. And either a wall of these or a few of them. I don't know if I like that. Guess we just gotta look through what I got and see what could possibly work. And then some of this space. I wish there was such thing as like just like the front of buildings, like just one, like not the whole building, just like pieces of buildings. Cool. Like, this isn't gonna be good. Like maybe I used that same big thing. If that is building is that. Forgot about this guy. Facade and window props, please. Wouldn't that be nice? Something to keep in mind. This is the building though I used before. Thing is, it's so many vertices, you can't really be messing with it. It might not be the best thing to use. Store that color. Oh no. Bad. Door. Use that color. And use that color. Use that color. I really don't know. Maybe this thing. This is sort of the more the vibe I was going for, actually. And this is skinny enough, I feel like we can make a nice curve out of this. Maybe it still is a combination of the Lumoise Tower and this thing, because that is how the main building's made. But like, basically, could in theory make a curve out of this. Make sure it's somewhat lined up to that part behind it. It's the most important thing. Can this be considered solar punk? I don't even know what solar punk is. What is... I feel like maybe I've heard that before. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to remove a bunch of the lower floors in order to get this part to look seamless going over the top of the hangar here. And underneath the hangar. It is very, very fun to build in this style, I must say. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm also really enjoying building a city that's so functional. Like Mars isn't anywhere near this functional. Like in this city, literally every single building works. Not a problem picking up dead people. At least yet, but we have 10,000 people here and the city is like a utopia in terms of the game mechanics. I kind of like the two separated towers, to be honest. Maybe there isn't a connection. I feel like a connection is gonna make it feel like one big like wonk, like a scythe or something. Separation's kind of cool. Gives me Singapore vibes with the seaside. Yeah, that was sort of that's a good inspiration for sure. That's something to think about it with this build, is what to do with the seaside, because it could either be like just made into a beach, could be made into like some sort of piers or something, place to dock boats. A lot less buildings and more trees. Well, one day there will be more buildings, but there's still going to be a lot of trees. Trees won't be going anywhere. Like this build, this is like a full, like there's a whole city over here and it's so many trees still. So over there I just use this side. Just this piece. Sort of like a accent. I do that again here. Like that. Do that over here as well. Actually, both of these maybe should be one building longer. That. Copy, move to. You like how the buildings are integrated with the mountains? Yes, that's the idea. The city is very respectful of nature. That's the whole idea. It's something like that. Did I already play around with the modules in Sagallo? I did do this. These little elevator carts. That's modules. I'll do more. For sure. Maybe there's third in the center. In the actual center. I mean, yeah, that makes it look like a much more unique building for sure. I like that. Same over here. Adelmo, what up, dude? And Templin's following. What up, Templin? How you doing? Good to see you guys. What's going on here? Let me show you around once I finish placing this thing. Like that, something like that. So, you know, from your concept art that you got commissioned, there's some buildings in the background. I was thinking this is one of them. There's like a really tall one, then there's one that looks sort of similar but is behind it. That's what this building is. Thinking it's the Sagallo City Hall. At least maybe the top few stories of it is, and then it maybe shares space with other things. And so we're building out. Down here it's got like a monorail station and apartments. And something to do with the water, but I'm not sure yet. All these buildings you can ignore, all the ones that aren't actually. Just get rid of them. I don't really need them anymore. Delete. I don't know. Trying to get it functional also. So hopefully soon we'll start seeing some people take the monorail. Oh yeah, some people already are taking the monorail. This will be fun because this will go like through the build, ideally. There'll be people walking up above it, along those lines. We still got a lot of space up in here, but maybe it doesn't need to be completely filled. Maybe we can just have a few paths, things going through it. Are there other cities on this planet? I believe so, yeah. I think there's even another faction of the Antares Confederacy, another nation that's on this planet. Is that not correct, Templin? Isn't the only one? Yeah, Lindaway has 3. That's what I thought as well. Yes. Cool. Well, I should probably fill at the bottom underneath the hangar. Thank you for the link, Templin. Something like that. Human viewer. I'm sure that's a real human. Not a robot. Ships would be an ideal way of moving around the planet. I think so too. I think it'd be really, really pretty also, having a bunch of ships driving around out, because you know it's an island, so there's just so much water, and having little ships speckled all over the place. But we would need quite a few custom assets, because I don't think modern day Earth ships, which is what we have access to on the workshop, would work. There's like literally no futuristic ships. Maybe there's like one. Probably pretty old and ugly looking. JC Hansen. What up, man? So let's grab this. Do the same on the other sides. Trying to get them clipping in the exact same way every time. Something like that. Cargo monorail? Yeah, we were definitely thinking a cargo monorail could be cool. We were thinking that basically on this side of the city, this would be the main industrial area in the back over here, and we would probably have a cargo monorail as like basically the only thing that traverses, or one of the only thing that traverses the swamp and gets us to other parts of the planet off the edge of the map here. It's ironic that this stream goes live after an event where it almost gets nuked. It's funny. It is ironic. Let's level this out maybe. It's non-canon. So I'm gonna do the same treatment that I always do with these air hangers, where it needs a floor and it needs some shadows and a back and a roof. It gets destroyed, but ironic nonetheless. That's awesome that you've heard and read and seen so much about the city already. It's awesome that there's that much stuff. It's really crossovers in full swing. So basically like a few of these make sort of a floor, and then at the back of this will be like a black wall basically, so that it appears to be a shadow. I need to make a ceiling as well. Deal. And this will get covered up some other way at the top. Are the custom banners in use? Some of them, not all of them. Some of you, so basically some of you guys submitted some custom banners and I made the asset, and then other people continued submitting them, and some of the ones that came in afterwards were incredible. So I haven't gotten around to making those yet because I had already made the thing and I wasn't about to go make other ones, but yeah, we got a few. So we got this one. Sorry, it's probably a little bit, I don't know why it's so like crinkly looking. For some reason it's like particularly crinkly looking. I don't know why. Those are the ones that are in game right now. Probably need a wall so that it doesn't look like this building is the wall. I need to rotate this on the x-axis 90. And this also needs to be rotated just a little bit. Whoa. A little bit parallel, more parallel. There we go. Great. Copy paste. This over here. And then usually at the back of these, so I'll do like a concrete. Yeah, this thing. Wow, so many people all of a sudden. This must be your doing, Mark. So something like that, and then really wide, wrap up the whole back. It is indeed his doing, I can imagine. Maybe angle it a little bit and turn it like black, basically. And then there's also these this line here is all tunnel darkeners. Real nifty. Looks like that, like just shadows. So, kind of adds a lot to it, believe it or not. I just darken this all up. Where'd it go? Gone now? Create a place. Sorry. Neat. Cool. Surprised we haven't seen more airplanes fly into here. Alrighty. I guess we can worry about the front of this later. I kind of probably should focus more on the back here and finish out this whole area. Still think it's got to be some sort of mall. And it's probably got to all be on this level. Maybe before I do that, I should fill up the bottom so that this monorail line is kind of on something. Like, I'm wondering what it should be. There should be a back building. This is so like abstract, trying to figure out how this is gonna work. Should probably be more of the same building. Always the best move. Just continue using the same building. So, something like that. And then maybe like a row of those. And I'm just going to place this down to get a feel of where this kind of upper platform is going to be. So it'll be something like that where people can walk around on this part, and then this whole bottom thing should be filled in. A lot of B's and E's in the chat, that's one thing for certain. Yeah, so I gotta figure out a cool way to fill out this bottom part. Make it so that it's like cool to look at the monorail down there. And obviously you can't see all this other stuff that's going on underneath. I'm trying to think like the best thing to do down there, like what's even down there. Because we're also gonna be down here and like trying to look out on first person rides. Cool if we could see some stuff. Like, what's it gonna be? Just a trench? Is it gonna be a big tall courtyard? Like, what if it was... like this again, but lowered, and there was like a row of these. Well, maybe this top part should get removed. So something like this. Thanks for the follow. Halton? Something like that? Copy paste. Oh, we're auto-saving. Give it a minute. It's gonna be glitchy. Dark Matter 1. Thanks for the follow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Almost done safe. Something with water, maybe? Kind of like a fountain. That could be cool. Could definitely be cool. So... I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but... this way maybe it feels like this building kind of goes deep, deep down in here. East. And then it's got to have some sort of flooring at the bottom, so maybe there's like a pathway underneath. People can walk around down there like that's apartments or something. The monorail goes through the apartment building. That's what it is. I'm gonna have to make some sort of custom piece here for this air hanger. Yeah. Maybe it's this courtyard only exists here, and the air hanger. Yeah, maybe that's the easier thing to do. Because it would be realistic that it would be a courtyard all the way down to this height, like right in front of right behind the air hanger door. That makes sense. Skibbeth, what up, buddy? How you doing? You stopped streaming on YouTube? Is that what happened? Or what happened? What is this? What's going on? You're still streaming. Martin, what's up, buddy? Recognize you from skip streams. Let's go with that height there. Oh, big freeze. You're raiding. I thought you were streaming on YouTube. But you can Streamlabs. Crazy, you can Streamlabs, right? Yeah. Thank you for the like on your building. How do you know I liked your building? It says who likes your stuff. Coronation. Twitter, yes, I might have liked it on Twitter. Makes sense. I think this all just needs to be lowered a bit. These. This light is just too high. Yeah, we make some good stuff, Coronation. Your stuff for a while. So for everyone who just joined, which seems like a lot of you, basically what we're working on is Sagallo, which is a city on this map. We've got a monorail that goes around the whole thing. We've got a bunch of flying vehicles, which I don't have models for just a couple things, so we do see a few police cars and hearses here and there. This is the federal capital. So this is the capital of like a much larger place. It's a capital of interstellar nation, the Antares Confederacy, which I'm sure many of you know. This is the capital grounds. And then we are expanding the city. So this was the build I did last. And the concept behind a lot of these builds is like the city is divided up into districts. Look like this. And the Sagallo City Hall, which is this building, basically sells districts to developers. And there's a bunch of rules. So a single development kind of all would look cohesive. It stays well within the border limit, so it's nowhere near the edges, meaning that the city is going to have a lot of green space between builds. A lot of them need to have monorail connections, which are pretty cool because you can like go into the monorail station down here, do first-person rides. There's also some air hangars. So let's ride this monorail for a second, and I'll show you the air hangars. I guess some of you might have seen it because I was working on one. Coffee. So this is cool. It says Sagallo on it. So down in there is an air hangar. So all these air vehicles like fly. You can see one there, and a hearse, which isn't supposed to be there, flying into this air hangar. And so that's what makes this actually functional. The air hangar does, and so there's people walking all around. It's like, even though it's like pretty wacky the way it's set up, this is like super City Skylines functional. Like it's, if you look at the City Skylines, like the land value, which is like the best way to tell, it's like literally a utopia. Like people absolutely, the game loves it. The game thinks this is like the best place to live in the world. So I'm trying to build this district right now, basically. This City Hall district right here. So this is City Hall. Probably not the whole thing, probably just like the top few stories. Visit Sagallo, the game loves it, exactly. The Sims love it. And then, so each district has like requirements. So it needs to have a certain number of residential units, a certain number of commercial units. So in order to meet that requirement, the City Hall district can't just be a City Hall, it has to have other things. So that's why I'm building this whole complex down here. That'll have apartments and shops and the monorail going through it, I think. It has we have a long ways to go. It has this really cool, really massive staircase that has like a little animated elevator that goes up and down. One on the other side too, parked inside. I got to detail a lot of this. Got to probably put some benches and lamps and trees up on this platform at some point. Probably fill in a lot of this, other things. Make some sort of interaction with the water. I'm not sure yet if it's going to be piers for boats or if it's going to be like a beach to go to or what we're going to do. But for now, we got some more work to do in this whole area. So trying to figure out what I need to do is like build some sort of wall here so that it's so hard to see so far down. Gizmo. Monorail can go over it. Something like that. And then this whole part will be covered up. Maybe a different material. I should start grouping these things so that I don't have so many X's. Let me do that real quick. So all these buildings should be a group. Where's the party center of Sagallo? That's a good question. I haven't quite gotten there yet. I believe all of that is different buildings. This. All this is just things. Make a group. Yeah, so now we got a group for just the buildings. I believe this is all just bits of the hangar, so I'll make that. Yeah, that's just the hangar. Cool. You see I'm using the beta PO. Yes, I am. Simon was here in the chat right before you all showed up. I don't know if he's still around. Too many good streams going on today. Mr. Mason, what's up? Hello. Yes, I saw Skib streaming. Prez maybe streaming even. It's stream day. Bunch of things were even going on in my neighborhood today. There's like so many things happening today. Like these construction people. Everyone walking their dog today. Out and about. It's like beautiful outside. Does Templin leave all building design up to me, or is it collaborative? Just curious of the process to know what to build or how it should look. Okay, so the starting thing is that obviously City Skylines is a game that is limited by what has been built by the developers and what has been built by the community. It gets uploaded to the Steam workshop. There's a whole workshop of buildings and things that people have made and uploaded for free that we can download and use. The game City Skylines is made for building like a replica of Los Angeles or London or whatever, you know, so a lot of the buildings don't really work for a futuristic setting like this, so it's very, very, very limited what we have available to us and what we can use. So that's kind of the limiting thing, number one. Obviously we can be really creative with how we put things together. Like this building, for example, is made up of like 30 different other buildings to create this shape. And this is based off of the concept art of Sagallo that Templin got commissioned. So if you like see in the background of that shot of the city, this building is in it. But we're obviously not going to do that with all the buildings from that. There's a lot of stuff we kind of got to be creative about and do it our own way. Like this whole thing down here is obviously super custom and only exists because I had made this curve on the monorail track, and that's why the building's curved, and it just kind of all builds off of each other. Like we got our first plane leaving the hangar. Nice. So yeah, some things are based off of like things that we've talked about, or things like that. Things like the concept art. But a lot of things are have to just be custom and just made because of the limitations of the game. Are there eventually embassies planned? Yeah, so there's this whole embassy row that I didn't really put much into it yet. Like I know this could obviously be way better, but this is the idea is that this is where all the embassies are, and we'll add a bunch more down here. And these I just like really quickly put together, so a lot of these can be much more custom and unique and specific. Is that a resort? This isn't a resort. This is basically everywhere in the city has requirements to have a certain number. Each district of the city has requirements to have a certain number of commercial units, residential units, and office units. So every section of the city, every development is multi-zone. Is that what it's called? Multi-zone development, where it's multiple things all together. So yeah, maybe there's like a hotel in this complex. Maybe it's part of it is a resort, but people also live here, work here, shop here. Is it possible to align sections where vehicles will speed up as they take off? Yeah, it is. It is possible to do that. There's a mod, the traffic manager mod, that allows you to change the speed limits of things. But we just haven't done that. So no specializing. So areas are specialized for sure. Like this area is in the same location as Fan and Banza's little research facility from episode 1 of the series, but obviously it's advanced a lot. So this place is does have apartments, does have shops, but is mainly a genetic engineering facility. So most of this area down here and this whole area back here would be that, and then we got apartments back over here and shops in the middle. So it's just like places can be geared one way or another, but they all sort of have that same requirement to have you know, city kind of be throughout everything, and the whole place is sort of live work. Alrighty, we need some sort of wall in the back here. Maybe we're gonna have to get a little custom with buildings here. Mr. Mason, you're following. Nice. This building has quite a lot of vertices. Oops. So basically, I'm just trying to get this little top portion so that I can clog up the back of this, basically. That, or maybe I shouldn't use this entire building just for that. That seems like a waste. Just get some sort of wall piece. This one. Great piece. Really great piece. One here. Use this one all the time. Made by Duya, who made a lot of the custom flying vehicles. The buildings I'm using look amazing. Do I remember what they're called? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up for you. It's this one. Salad AENG 1. Sorry, I know it's pronounced not like that, obviously. That's the building. Or the workshop. Actually, let's this has got to rotate. I think this will be a cool little monorail ride going through this whole complex. It'll be fun. So, like that. You have to do the same thing on the other side, probably. I'm thinking that this area down here will add some pedestrian paths, and this will like be how people can get into their apartments, and there'll probably be a path that leads like out this way, something like that. But then this part up here will be like no one can walk on that. That's part of the monorail station, basically. I wish there was a maybe there is, and I just don't know about it. A blank monorail station, so I don't have to deal with this roof. Okay. Make a group out of these. It'd be cool if I could just copy and paste this part to the other side with the same curve. Yeah, probably can. Get away with that. Maybe we need one more apartment building. Copy, paste. What is it on the other side? It just kind of like ends like right there. I'm just gonna go like this. Maybe just like raise it up like just the littlest bit so that it's not Z fighting. Like that. Funny music this stream? Yeah, I know. I changed around the music a little bit. Added some new stuff. I was thinking, my thought was, you know, Sagallo is a very multicultural place. A lot of people from a lot of different, so, you know, maybe the music's a little multicultural. That was my thought. I like it. It's like kind of happy music, you know? Feel good music. So that's sort of the monorail trench, and then it kind of goes over this apartment complex inside there. It'd be cool if this was, if like the station could be more long, you know? Be cool. I guess there's not really a need. Okay. Grab some more of these buildings back here. These are a little too curved. Copy, move to. It's funny compared to the Mars vibe, yeah. Mars is a totally different vibe. I mean, this is such a happy place, you know, Sagallo. In comparison, at least. Now, is this the right move when I'm doing basically covering up the whole back of it, as opposed to this side how it has two towers? There should also be two towers. What a movie, The Two Towers. Lord of the Rings. Hopefully we've all seen that. So I'm wondering, how close should this get to this? Obviously can't get much closer than about there. Did it even go all the way to there? cool to see the sea from the POV ride. I mean, you definitely will see, I mean, this thing goes around the entire water, so you're gonna see it most places. You're definitely gonna see it most places. Give me one moment. I'm going to open the window, take off my sweatshirt, make a coffee. Give me like four minutes here, 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Let me leave this with a nice little view of something. You can watch something happen while I'm gone. Let's look at. Alright, I'll be right back. 4 or 5 minutes. Sorry about that. We're back. Got a nice big coffee. Gonna mix it up. It's gonna be great. It's like my favorite moment of the day. I get to mix up the coffee. All the sugar was just at the bottom. Ugh. Alright. Next move, I would say we just need to probably finish covering up like cracks and things. So all this, this. So for this, maybe I can take, copy paste these same pieces around the edge here. What I'm gonna do though is leave group, explode, and then regroup. You thought I was a night owl? I am a night owl. I mean, I have enjoyed getting up slightly earlier, at least in living in the daytime, since because I moved like 2 or 3 months ago, and my new place, I got a nice big window here, nice little spot to sit outside, so it's nicer during the day than my old place was. Sure, nicer to be up and doing stuff during the day. I didn't realize that was such a big factor of why I was I've been a night owl this whole time. Oh, that looks great, actually. It looks surprisingly good. I like how it's a more segmented curve than this down here. This is only 4 segments, and this is like 12 segments. Makes it feel more curved. It's like a false curve. It gives the rest of it sort of more of a false curve. I don't know. Nice effect. I like that. I need some sort of top to it, though, I think, because this isn't tall enough. Like, why don't I use one of these, the decorative networks? Have it poke up. I have such a love-hate relationship with these decorative networks. Like, I obviously made them, but they're just like wrong in so many ways, but at the same time they're so useful, but they're just like so unwieldy and hard to work with. Only I just made them better. Cool. Cool. So just filling all this up with poppable Optimal surfaces. I guess same over here. This is the point where you really start to see it come together. I don't know what to do about those ramps. I guess I'll leave that open for now. Those will have to move or change somehow. These back buildings should probably have this sort of thing to break it up. Not exactly sure how. Something like this, maybe? Maybe I should line it up. That front one, to an extent. Maybe put smaller buildings underneath the ramp to close up the gaps on the side of the building. Talking about right here. Yeah, I think this ramp, basically I need to have it go into one of these buildings. Or possibly switch sides and have it go, make like a monorail entrance. That's actually what I should do, is I should make a monorail entrance right here. And then just have the ramp go into that, and then that's how you get down. So it's a little bit more obvious why everyone's walking into there. Because here it's like kind of random, like they're just walking into one door, you know, on that building or whatever. Which that building needs to be replaced. It's like kind of jaggedy. I'll do one straight back from this. Needs to be more like that though. Is this looking right? I'm sort of getting the feeling that this part of it's a little weird. Maybe it's not. Just the fact that this kind of tower has a piece down here that's the same as it, but this tower is not gonna. Maybe that's okay. Okay to be different. Like, is just doing this gonna be good enough? Make that cool. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's got to have a little bit more to it, though. I mean, obviously, it needs to be detailed and finished, but I'm just saying the structure of it. Mr. Mason, gotta go. See you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. The man. Maybe there should be just like one small one right here. Brings the city to the shoreline. Yeah, I really gotta actually figure out a way that this is gonna interact with the water. Figure out a cool way to do that. Later, buddy. I think this is just gonna be like a small building. Is sort of like a cap. Not even sure if I... No, I definitely do need to. This song is a little out of place. I think this one needs to be removed from the playlist. It does say. Super wacky. Sorry. Yacht Club? Yeah, that's sort of actually what I was thinking. One of the thoughts I had was to make like, not a yacht club, but like, let me just draw it like really, really simply here. Just a road. Basically make like a thing that went like that. And then in here, like make a custom really, really big, oops, PO sailboat. Oops, oh my god, what have I done? And maybe eventually it'd be cool to get it like as an actual asset in the game, something similar to it as an asset in the game. But like, I don't know if you guys have seen those sailboat cargo ships. That's not what I'm thinking this is, but I think the design of it could be like that. It's like a concept ship for shipping cargo containers. Like how we have big container ships now, but it's a sailboat. It's like massive. I think it'd be cool to have just like a huge boat here with massive sails. Whether or not it's functional. Which I was also, that got me thinking, would be cool to get a PO module that was like a rocking. So like, it was like a rotate like back and forth, like you can do like motions like this, you know? Be a good PO module. This does make the stairs look way better, I have to say, putting buildings kind of around the base of it. It kind of makes that all fit together a little bit neater. But maybe there shouldn't be these middle buildings. It should be open. Or maybe... like that. Houses on stilts slowly ramping down to the ocean. I was thinking, because this is this area shares the monorail development is the same development as City Hall. I think it can't be houses. It can't be smaller things. It's really got to be like, this is a public space for the most part, and there just happens to be some apartment buildings like at the tops of these towers and things. I'm thinking if anything, it's like sort of like a wharf, or like a cruise terminal, or something that's a little bit more, that's kind of like public. If we do end up going that route with the boat. I wish that it wasn't like off just like a little bit. Like this doesn't line up with the stairs. Shoot. It needs to be like that. Is that fudging it too much? I'll fix it up. And I think that's what I'm gonna do on those lines. And then need some sort of doorway or entryway. There's Monorail Station. I don't know if it's the best one to spring with this thing again. Basically just trying to take this entryway piece here. Hopefully this works. Looks cool. Something like that. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's been worse. For these pathways, I should probably do... I'm gonna need to do a railing, I think. I was thinking for a second maybe I could upgrade these with the bridge version and just use these railings, but I feel like you want to just have the railing on one side. It's a shame that you can't do that. I wonder how I'm going to do this. I really don't want to place individual props in a curve. Maybe I'll just go with this railing. This is going to be tedious. Like that. Oh my goodness. That. No. Okay. Align it to same height, obviously. Use the electrics road tools. Oh, you gotta like move away to use it now. Sort of weird glitch. So you're there. Another one to there. Another one to there. And then curved bit. Some of these are facing different directions, so I need to switch direction of that one. While I'm at it, there's another one I needed to switch the direction of. So now I'll copy these to the side. That. I think what I should do instead of having the crossing be there is have just one crossing go straight across. Make things a little simpler. Like that. And take this guy all the way to here. And with this. And I feel like we should cover this up somehow. Like, you know what actually should be the case? Undo what I just did. Just move these to about here. And then block this off and make this whole area above the monorail be covered. So what I am going to have to do, because ploppable surfaces are only, you can only see one way. Like if you're underneath it, like in the monorail station on the first person train ride, if you looked up, you would see right through the ploppable surfaces. So we got to add like a roof from the inside. That'd be like this, basically. And then, I'm actually not sure what we're going to need to do about this weird vehicle. I need to do something special down in there. Now that's cool. I'll lower this just a little bit so it goes underneath. Now we're inside here. We got a roof. Can't see up. What I'm also going to do eventually is all these pedestrian paths, I'm going to lower them just a little bit so that you don't see this pathway. It's just all flat concrete surface. And then we'll obviously make that look better. So what we need to do is add a new layer for Sagallo City Hall. Set layer Sagallo City Hall, and then turn that off. And what we should also do is all these surfaces that they're sort of placed, we'll turn these to POs so that we can turn them all off as well. So to PO, make a group out of them, set layer, Sagallo City Hall. Cool, now we can just see what's underneath. This is perfect. What we actually need to do here, we are paused then. Is I'm just going to select that building, those segments, delete them. And I'm going to put a new park main gate on this side. Is the plan to do the other side of the stairs thingy symmetrical? Which side do you mean? Like both sides of the stairs at the bottom where the little elevators go? It should be moved to the side so that I can... And then let's turn... Actually, no, I should just complete this path first. The empty side of the stairs with the animated elevator. Yeah, let me turn all that back on. So yeah, the idea, I guess, is to make this part some sort of plaza. Maybe symmetrical, yeah. This is all gonna have to get shifted over still more. Oops, we got this building sticking out the front. It's kind of interesting to be honest, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of finishing this up and making it look like, you know, not like this, but like an actual place, you know. Getting people to walk around up here. We're still in the general structure construction phase. Functionality phase. I guess just to make sure this works, let me place a few PPGs around to make sure people actually do come up here. Hopefully those are at the right height. Make sure by just aligning to that node. And hopefully people will come up here eventually. Grab these two. Go like that. I don't need that node. A little too bent. And I think I should just connect this like something like that. And I believe this will go away. Yeah. This obviously still needs to be covered up, this back area. I don't know, I deleted all that, so figure out something to do with that. Maybe you can go straight, like level, and connect up with the terrain back here somewhere. Could be cool. Maybe it has a little stairs going down. Probably not. Let me fix that thing. Obviously shouldn't be sticking out the building. And it really needs to be centered. So it needs to be like that. That almost. So lot of this needs to be changed. A lot of this big building here. Feels better. These two little buildings in the back honestly feel a little bit more natural than this kind of larger building back here. Maybe I should just copy this same thing over to this side. Brandon Allen, pledged on Patreon. I don't know if you're watching, but Brandon, thanks, buddy. I hope you enjoy all the stuff that's there. The unreleased Mars episodes, a whole bunch of stuff. You probably already explained it, but can you explain the plot of land you are selling thingy works? Is this for everyone or is it for collabs and other YouTubers? Okay, so basically, it was a Patreon promotion that is now no longer expired. So, or that is now expired. It no longer is active. Basically, you signed up for a particular tier on Patreon. You got one of these districts, one of these ones. You can see there's some peoples who are, these are patrons who did this, where they, first of all, obviously their name will be somewhere in this build. We'll make like a custom sign or something like that, and then they got mailed like an actual deed of like a printed out thing with their name on it as like the land deed, and then also like if there's any thoughts on what they would like to see in Sagallo. So like this patron here, this is a patron area, this city hall, and their request was something to do with the government. They wanted something like the federal government, but obviously the federal government is its own thing and it's not like part of the districts. So I was like, we can't do the federal government, but we can do City Hall, and so that's what we're doing in this area. So that's no longer going. There's only like 7 areas that are like that, and so I'll be building all those areas. And then I am thinking of opening it up some of these other areas on the map for collabs. So some of these CW9, some of these other areas that don't have names on them. Because this city, the way that it's designed with these districts is real good for collabs. Works real well. I like the way that this looks from a distance. I think this is pretty cool looking, this build so far. The way it's kind of like going on this curve around the shore. Gotta fill up the end over here. Gotta do the end over here. Gotta fill that in. It's always the most difficult part of the process. It's figuring out how the structure of the build is gonna go. Have you planned what to do with the chaotic connection to the mainland behind the city? Yeah, so back over there, this is all swamps. And basically a lot of this land in the back, this kind of flat land, is going to be industrial, and possibly some sort of spaceship manufacturing, shipping, and there's going to be like probably 1 or 2 routes that cut through this swamp kind of above it, that lead to the rest of the planet, and that'll be like some sort of maybe cargo monorail, something like that. So Coronation, you like this? Let me You lower all these down so that you don't see it, at least. I think it just needs to be lowered down one. Yeah. Looks so good. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Well, I'm also really enjoying the way it's all coming together. There we go. What is that island in the distance? There's a couple islands around the map. I'm assuming you're talking about just like one of the islands in the ocean. Those are just randomly there as part of the map. I'm not sure if they really are anything specific. Basically, we created this map. Assume you're talking about those islands. We created this map from a number of height maps taken from a terrain party. It's a website where it's like Google Earth, but it's height maps, and you can download them and import them for City Skylines. And so it's like PNGs, and you can Photoshop them together to create custom height maps based off of real data, you know, so it looks more realistic. And this whole map is based off of, I believe, a mountain in Alaska. That's this is just like the top of the mountain, basically. And I think we exaggerated it and changed a bunch of parts of it, but that's kind of what the original data was. And I'm pretty sure there's just like a little smaller peak, and that's probably the top of it over there. You can really see the passion I put into it. Yeah, I you know, I like making good stuff. It's fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the end of this quite yet to figure something out. But at least cleaning all this up. It certainly does take that to make a train station fit around a monorail curve. Yeah. A lot of cleaning up. But honestly, this could be a lot more complicated than it is. Like, it is lucky that we're in sci-fi, because realism takes a lot more effort and detail. So honestly, if this was a real train station, this might be harder and more tedious. Because it's sci-fi stuff, we can kind of get away with some things. Oh, that was the wrong mode selected. Get away with some things being a little bit under detailed sometimes. At least this style sci-fi. Mars, not so much. What I should probably do is upgrade all these paths up here to the 8-meter one, so that people aren't walking all of them directly next to the railing. They're a little bit more spread out. Gonna require moving some nodes. Here. There's the other one. Not so bad. One thing is too high. There we go. I feel like maybe there should be a crossing in the middle here, also to hide this kind of ugly line. Like, it would be annoying if you, like, oops, were like right here and you wanted to get right here. Something just went severely glitchy over here. Saw something clipping through that's not supposed to be. I think I might know what it is. Let's turn that layer back off. I think this is too steep right here, so grab all these. Grab all these. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just gonna raise all this up, basically. So that isn't quite so steep. Oh no, that's not gonna work because it needs to be lower for the other parts of the build. Shoot. What am I gonna do? Maybe just this part can be less steep. Hopefully that works. I feel like it's not gonna. No, it'll work, I think. That'll be better. I think it was just the tail of the airplane sticking up. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was like a glitchy thing that happened over here. I think the tail of the airplane stuck up because the slope was so steep. Okay, I wanted to make another path. Basically like that. And then need to add some extra nodes. So there and there. Delete these two. Bring that in. It appears to be some of these are facing the wrong way. Good amount of them are facing the wrong way. No, it's supposed to be that. Flat side facing outwards. Should be good. And then take this piece, copy them over here. And over here. Not quite even. Is that okay? Is that not okay? I feel like it should be even. I also feel like it should be lined up with that. It needs to be, oops, something like this. At the very least. It's still not even, but like even in terms of the size of the openings being the same. Maybe it should be more like this. I'm trying to gauge. Seems about the same size. Enter group. You just got here. What are we building? We're building, yeah, part of the district that involves Sagallo City Hall. So let's do another quick tour in a second here once I'm finished with this. So this building will be part of, will be Sagallo City Hall. I'm assuming not the whole building because it's massive. And this is the district that's part of it. So each district has a requirement for number of, you know, it has to have commercial, residential, office spaces. And so down here is kind of part of the district that's like attached to the monorail and maybe has like shops. Will have shops and maybe some of these front things are offices. But right now we're just working on like the general structure of the building as opposed to anything specific about what's in it or things like that. I'm just trying to get the surfaces and this monorail trench and everything kind of laid out best as I can. I would need another roof bit. This one. Like this. Kind of a sucker for interesting government buildings. Yeah, I think this is definitely one of your more interesting government buildings. But it's also like not fully like City Hall obviously wasn't here forever, so this was built after the point at which they made all these laws about the districts and how the districts are divided and all the ordinances that go with it, and so they kind of had to build their City Hall within those laws and provide houses and shops and things. And this would have been government land because in old Sagallo, this is where a big radio tower was on this little hill. This is going to be a fun little ride, I think, going through this thing. Just got to make it a little bit cooler. And probably got to fix up some of these nodes and segments and things. I'm surprised to see so many of you here today. I'm assuming this is because of this is all because of Templin. But maybe Fridays like we're popular or something. I don't know. Started working on this yesterday. Oops. Seems pretty good. I gotta clean it up. Friday plus the time you can catch. Nice. Yeah, it's probably like after work for a lot of you Europeans. Friday evening. Assume that's a good time. Who knew? People are free on Fridays. What a weird concept. Heading towards 11 p.m. So you're in Europe somewhere. Maybe in Scotland? I don't know. It's a random guess. This is what I want. Enter group. So I'm thinking maybe there's a way to kind of close up this gap with some more building like this. But it's sunken. This. Copy paste. B40 PM here, that means you're in like Colorado or Texas or Arizona or something. Maybe Calgary. So that kind of fills up the back pretty quickly and easily. Gotta cover up the lip though. Yeah, see, whoa, what is going on right here? Something's wrong. This is what I was talking about before, so yeah, that's what's the problem. I knew something was wrong. Calgary is close. And put this back to the invisible, obviously, and that should be solving our problems. The tree sticking up right through there. Back here too, some trees for these. All of these. Start all of these. Maybe there's like maybe actually there's some sort of area down here. Like maybe back up in here, do something. Ground level, perhaps. You thought they were paths, not highways. That explains the planes. Yes, they are one-lane roads, basically. I think we need the terraform network here. Botanical garden. Yeah, maybe some sort of city grounds would be cool. It's not a bad idea. I mean, maybe not maybe a botanical garden. Maybe just some sort of city park. We just level out all this tree. Like that. I think before we start moving on to other areas though, maybe we sort of finish what we got. I don't know. There's still a bunch of stuff I was trying to do up here. A lot to do in this build. This is going to be a really big build, I think. We need to finish up the ends somehow. It's going to be a little tricky little cleanup job. So use these things again. Gonna do like a siding here. It's gonna have to be lower though, so that And you can get through. That. Like that. All these should be the 8-meter version. Or you make a transition here. That. Oh, you like the Kobayashi Island videos, Intense? That's funny. Good, buddy. How you doing? Good to see ya. Long time no see. Me and Intense recorded his guest build commentary for Mars yesterday, so we talked on the Discord call for like an hour and a half. It's really sunny from this side. Let me turn around the sun. A little better. Yes, people are coming up here now. Wonderful. This is going to be a whole cleanup job here. I'm not looking forward to that. Is it strange how this doesn't come out from the center? It's like off center. Might be a little strange. I have to continue out these walls to some extent. Deep in here. This is gonna suck. Something like that. Something like that. Maybe over here. Gonna block there basically. Move to, I'm gonna try and angle this one a little bit more even. Your side. Impossible. Not the most amazing looking thing in the world, but is the interior of the monorail line, so can't be that picky. I mean, it's gonna be not seen very often. Maybe there's something cool we can put in here just to kind of fill up space, like this thing perhaps. Like, I don't know, as though this is some sort of machinery or something, or part of the thing that the monorail uses, or I don't know what. Some sort of detail. I really don't know what these things are. But I think it at least fills up the space a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know, it just felt weird Or it feels a little weird, but there's some sort of entrance I can do. Make it look a little bit better. But obviously gotta still plug up all these holes. So that's a big part of it. That. Like that. I'm gonna have to fill that in. So I believe I should just use these same wall pieces actually. Do it kind of the same way that I did the front of the hangar. Use a decorative network as well. This needs like a little thickness to it. Maybe I shouldn't use a decorative network because it's maybe too tall. Try something like this. That basically. Kind of like that railing. Not right here though. It's poking through into the other side. And let me do the same thing on the other side. Like that. This side's done though? We all plugged up? Yeah, nice. Pretty much. Now this side. Use these two again. Same height. Not that you can really see them. Oh no, this is supposed to be open over here actually. This is supposed to be open. So what it should really be is these main buildings down here. Need to come out all the way to the end. And there'll be like a pathway that comes out from in here between the buildings under the monorail line. Probably should be lined up like that. I don't know, it's not perfect, but I think it'll be okay from a distance, for the most part. It's that's kind of how it ends on that side. I think the one thing we might want you to do is make something so that it's not see-through from underneath, just for that part. Oh, it can just be done with this. Actually, just the pedestrian path. Grab this. Cool, well, the structure of it is pretty close to being done. Oh, we got to fill in that gap. Other than that, maybe start detailing or adding on other things. Or I have been streaming for 3 hours already. Maybe this was some good progress. I mean, we did get the structure of 2 really large things in. Now it's just about detailing them. I don't feel like it should have more. It's going to be a big district. Maybe before I detail it, I should start working on making it functional. Or at least getting people walking around in these upper parts and going up to there. I don't know. I don't know. I think I need to at least take like a 5-minute break. Why don't I do that? Go take a quick second, think about what I'm gonna do. Might build a little more. Might build a lot more. Might not. So yeah, give me 5 minutes and we'll be right back. Let me set this up with a nice little angle of what we're working on. Cool. I will be right back. Give me 5 minutes. What up, guys? I'm back. Let's keep working on this a little bit more. The one thing for certain I was just thinking was, I think it's intense. Oops. I want to combine this with the rest of this. Group, intergroup. I want to add some more of these entrances. They're good. Good things. I'm going to use these all over the city, I think. This is such a good little piece. I wish it didn't have this white thing on one side and not the other. Let me see if I can't just real quick do something about that. I feel like it's going to be tough. Ho ho ho. Nice. The stream makes a strangely good white noise track, to be honest. Funny. Yeah, the game sounds in this city are really nice with all the birds chirping. I was noticing. Can't quite tell how loud that's mixed for you guys. But I know when I have the game open and set to that audio input, it's pretty loud. I also tried to get a little bit more of a feel-good vibe with the music. Get this a little bit more opposite the other one. Kind of like that. Copy. Move to that. For this side, it's got to be like moved up and in, I believe, into this building. It's really hard to stay awake. I'm sorry. My bad. Tucks in nicely. It actually needs to come out a little bit. Oops. It needs to... I'm seeing something that I don't want to see. Look out. It needs to come out. Almost like that. Now, should I do this here as well? Maybe this is part of this whole deal? Like a pair of these? Something like this. Loading piece though, so let me try and get rid of that. Oh, I made it worse. So all this. Something like this. Gonna have to be cleaned up more, but maybe. I guess I do like how it's not all the same. I was for a sec talking about taking this piece and copying them over here. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2 little ones and 1 big one. But I think the non-symmetry is also cool. Maybe we even make it more non-symmetrical. No. I wish, like a little bit wonky right up in here, the proportions of it. I'm hoping like trees will hide that and like angles, not looking at it from straight up and down for the most part, but maybe a whole thing to try and fix that. Cool, well, I guess the next thing to do is fix up this whole little area and figure out what to do about all this. I think maybe these things could help. Basically, I need another ploppable surface, that's what it needs to happen. I'm gonna go like this. And pull this in like that. Some sort of bottom to this. Like there can't be a hole right there, and there needs to be more siding. Some of these siding pieces. I think something like this. Yeah, that's all gonna have to be filled in somehow. It's like infinite holes to fill in. Which one is this? One of these. That one. Intergroup. Walk up the back here. Monorail Station, I don't want to see. Do the citizens use the monorail? Yes, they do. So this monorail here. Has been used by 123 people this week. Here they are. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Oh, let's pause while this elevator's down here. I can actually see where it's supposed to go. I think it just has enough room. Just barely. This needs to go like this, so it's not like a full border. People can walk off there, you know? Maybe that does need to happen. It's funny how the POs stop animating when I'm placing down. Get to other parts of the city, yeah. So there's a number of different ways. Basically, this particular district doesn't have a pedestrian path, but it will, because everywhere is required to be connected by pedestrian paths. So you can always walk. It might be a far walk, but you can always walk. Lots of people love to walk. And then the other way is by air taxi. So all the hangars, so that's a hangar. There's a hangar in here. Actually, why don't we do this? We need an air taxi to this new one. We didn't do that. So real quick, let me turn off the Sagallo City Hall layer. And also let me turn off, do it out of this federal department. Actually, no, we'll do it in the Senate. So It's technically a bus. Create new line inside the Senate. Add a stop here. And why don't we also do one in the federal departments? We'll add a stop there as well. Fleet line. Select types. Use the Sagallo A1 vehicle. And do like maybe 6, yeah. Comrade Intense, what up? Yes, hello. Why'd you just type Citywokcitywall? What? Something horribly wrong? You guys can't hear me? No. Pretty sure you guys can hear me. I don't know what. Sims walk, gotcha. There's actually a fourth way to get from place to place, which is via these roads, but it's more just like a service road. Like not really people take that, but there's little vehicles that drive on these service roads that connect everything. So I haven't connected all this stuff all the way out to here yet. Just kind of been building the structures first, so I know where the roads can go, the paths can go, and should go. Alrighty, what was I doing before that whole tangent? I was looking at this. I was figuring out this. This looks done to me. You can start detailing this whole area up here, maybe. Could be fun. Could also work back here. No, I think I think I've done enough for today. This is a good stopping point, I think. This thing seems like all the holes have been plugged. This is the last thing. And then after that, I believe all the holes have been plugged. It's kind of like a complete structure. It's got a little city inside of it. You know what I'll do is I'll get a tunnel and put it up here and make this part functional as well, and then I'll call it a stream. So plug that, go fill up the top, and then that's that. Go make the top functional, really. Pretty good. Nice. This is gonna be like a big plaza up here, huh? I don't have any ways to get down. I mean, it's gonna be a big plaza either way. Okay, so this underground, and you actually need to turn off the PO layer. I'm not using the unlimited trees mod over tree snapping. No, we definitely need tree snapping. Like, see how there's trees on top of the mountain? The only reason that can happen is because of tree snapping. There's definitely a limited number of trees, which is the main reason why we didn't go with a tropical theme. Instead went for a wintry, or at least a more temperate sort of pine theme. We hadn't. The tropical plants that are available for us to use on the Steam Workshop are very small in comparison, and you need way more of them to fill the space, and we couldn't even fill the space. So Alt Shift L, no, Control Shift L. So there's trees. Yeah, we've used 200,000 out of 260,000. Oh, perfect. I mean, these are big trees, you know, gray flame trees. I want to make this flat, basically. And so I'm just going to place a couple service. Oh my god, I'm selecting so many things. I want to select. Okay. And place just a couple service cubes here. And put a park entrance here and connect it to that. And so hopefully people will walk up here. Oh yeah, and what I should probably do is make one of these networks a highway down underneath here. Or this whole bit a highway, just so that people don't walk underground, they all walk on the path. So I'm gonna add Parkside Gate. And connect it to there. And then what kind of cubes should I place up here? Definitely office cubes. Not that I need them, the game says I don't need any. I'm gonna place some of these commercial cubes. Bunch of commercial cubes. And I'm going to put some residential service cubes up here. Not that that's realistic, but it'll draw a lot more people up here. And we need electricity. This thing. And that should make that functional. Speed up time. See if people start walking up there. Do you see the buses fly in? Oh yeah, so there's someone walking up. That's a bus flying in. Yeah, look at all these people walking up and in. It's great. No one walking over here though, so we need to get this all fulfilled, functional. Any people going over there? We're gonna have to do that up there too. I like this like extra wide airplane hangar opening here. Kind of cool. Because most of the other ones are way smaller than this. That one's smaller. Maybe this structure should go back in here to suggest like this airplane hangar goes pretty deep underground. I think for next time. lot of people walking up this very steep path. Not taking the elevators, but there's no way to do that. That'd be cool. Great to see. Starting to come together a little bit. This is a complicated, much more complicated than the last one, I would say. And the Fan and Banza build before. Alright guys, well this has been great. We got really a lot done. This has been a very productive stream. This whole entire thing, it's functional now. People come and go. Got a monorail station you can do first person rides through. Let's grab one of those real quick. Let's grab a monorail. Do a nice little ride through this. We'll take a quick look at how that's going. And we'll call it a stream. Now I gotta clear some trees, obviously. Also see through right here. Don't want that. You cover that in over here. This roof is really ugly, but you know, I guess you can't really tell. And let's go. We're ready. Everyone's ready. City station. There we go. Plug this up, plug all this up. Around the left too. Some details on here. Could be cool. The LUT looks great. Love the light in this city. And then we'll do like some apartment stuff down there, like some walkways. This is incredibly steep, so that'll have to get smoothed out, but yeah, pretty cool. Alright guys, this has been fun. I will see you all in the next one. We got some stuff to keep doing here, so take it easy guys. Adios.